Have you ever wondered what makes a sleep story, well, actually work? You know, it can feel like a little bit of magic, but it's really all about architecture. There's a structure, and it's carefully designed to quiet a noisy mind. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this blueprint for stillness and really see how it's built, word by word. And it all starts with a single, simple image. A line like this, it isn't just setting a scene, it's giving your brain an immediate exit ramp. It's establishing a destination, a quiet, safe place, far away from all the mental chaos of your day. And that's the real question, isn't it? Because this isn't magic, and it's way more than just a simple distraction. It's actually a series of deliberate, really gentle techniques. We're going to break down three of the biggest ones: the core metaphor, the specific language it uses, and the journey it takes your mind on. Okay, so first up is the central engine of this whole thing, the stillness metaphor. See, the story doesn't just tell you to be calm. That doesn't work. Instead, it gives your mind a powerful, concrete image of what calm actually is. The precision of this metaphor is absolutely key. Think about it. A perfectly still lake reflects the world without any distortion. And this becomes a mental model for our own minds, a state where we can just observe our thoughts clearly, without all the ripples of anxiety blurring the picture. And this is where you really see the core contrast. Our anxious minds are always doing something, right? Forcing things, rushing, controlling, trying to solve everything. The lake, on the other hand, as the story says, it simply existed. It doesn't try to be calm, it just is. The entire goal here is to help your mind shift from that left column over to the right. All right, so the next layer is all about the specific words themselves. The story is literally filled with what I like to call the language of permission. These are phrases that act like keys, designed to unlock the mental cages that we tend to build for ourselves. I mean, just think about how powerful this is. So many of us feel this constant nagging guilt whenever we aren't being productive. This one phrase directly confronts that feeling. It's not a suggestion, it's a declaration. It's giving you explicit permission to just stop. And then there's this one, which goes even deeper. This targets the very heart of anxiety, that frantic need to manage every little detail and predict every possible outcome. The story offers a release, an alternative to that completely exhausting burden of control. And then there's this final permission slip, which honestly might be the most powerful of all. In a world that is constantly screaming for more, the simple idea of enough is just revolutionary. It breaks that cycle of perfectionism and finally lets you off the hook. Now, these ideas aren't just presented randomly. The story creates a narrative path, a really carefully paced journey that leads you step by step away from the world of external worries and toward a place of internal safety. The logic of this path is just beautiful. First, it physically removes you from the noise. Then, it turns your focus inward, using that lake metaphor to help you observe your thoughts without any judgment. Next, it delivers that core insight about letting go. And finally, it brings you to a tangible place of safety, the cabin, the bed, making that feeling of security totally real. So where does all of this lead? The metaphor, the language, this whole narrative journey, they all build toward one single, final, liberating destination. Just that one word: enough. It's the antidote to our culture's constant drumbeat of more achievement, more productivity, more optimization. This word is a full stop. It is the destination of the entire story. But what does enough actually mean here? Well, it's not about hitting some impossible standard of perfection. It's not even about finishing everything on your to-do list. It is simply about being sufficient for this moment. It's a state of acceptance, and that acceptance, that is the true foundation of rest. So you see, this isn't just a story. It's a tool, an architecture for calm. And it leaves us with a question to take with us. Looking at your own racing thoughts, your own to-do lists, what part of your life right now could you give permission to just be enough? What could you simply allow to be still?